Welcome back to Bam Girls Cafe. We are getting ready for the Christmas holidays. I'm just so excited to be back here at Bam Girls Cafe in the kitchen. Today we're going to be making a pecan tart. It's the holidays. I'm super excited. Christmas is right around the corner. I'm ready. Got my red lipstick, my red sweater, got my little poinsettia in my hair, and I'm just so excited. I love the holidays. Despite some of the things that I've dealt with in my life over the years, I am really excited to be celebrating Christmas this year especially. So let's talk about what we're going to need for our pecan tart. We're first going to need some bacon joy, some corn syrup, honey, some salt, brown sugar, some vanilla, some pecans, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 tablespoon of butter, a bowl to mix it up in, a tart pan, a 9-inch tart pan. We're going to need some pie weights, a piece of foil, and you're also going to need a pan to roast the pecans in. And you're also going to need some chocolate. You can use dark chocolate, white chocolate, and caramel, but today I'm just going to be using white chocolate and dark chocolate to melt on top of the tart once it comes out of the oven. So with that being said, guys, let's get ready to make this pecan tart. I'm so excited. I love you guys, and I'll see you back here in a second. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get ready and we're going to get a nice size pan, and we're going to start by roasting off our pecans. So you want to use the harvest pecans, the ones that are cut in half like this, because they are a lot better to use when you're making a tart or any type of pecan pie. You don't want to put any salt on these pecans, you just want to put the butter on there. And then you want to pop them in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes, just until they're toasted. You can smell them. Do not overcook them because they will burn. Remember, when you take them out of the oven, put them on a plate with a paper towel to let them cool down, because if you leave them on the metal pan, they will continue to cook. So we're just going to toss these in the butter, and we're going to go ahead and get ready to pop these in the oven. And then we're going to go ahead and set up for our tart. So I'll see you guys back here in a second. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start to prepare our tart pan, because we're going to let this bake in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your tart pan is clean, and you want to spray the pan so that you will not have a hard time getting the pie to release from the pan when it's time to take it out. So I just like to take it and just spray it in a circle. You don't want to spray too much, you just want to make sure it's coated evenly, and that is great. So I have a pre-made pie crust that I got from the store, and I had to re-roll it because it kind of fell apart on me, but that's okay because we're going to put it into the pie pan and mold it to the tart pan. I'm sorry, not pie pan, but tart pan. So we're just going to go ahead, and it's falling apart on me, y'all. That's okay. We're just going to go ahead and just smush it into the pie crust, the tart pan, and shape it. And this is very easy. If you have any frozen pie crust left over from Thanksgiving, you can take it out and just let it thaw and then reshape it into the tart pan. And that's basically what I'm doing. So I have a couple pieces that didn't go all the way up. I'm just going to take it and push it in and smooth it out really easy on the side. And after I get through getting this all set up, we're going to go ahead and put the pie weights in here with some foil, and we're going to let it bake. And I just thought this would be a good recipe, guys, because I have pecan pies every year, but I really wanted to try something different, so I said, why not do a tart? And I know it's going to be extra tasty because it's got honey in it, and I love wild honey. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish getting this set up, and then I'll bring it back and show you guys how to place the weights into it. Alright guys, so I'm back. So we're going to go ahead and get those pecans out of this hot pan. They are toasted. Get them onto the plate. Spread them out so this will stop the cooking process. And set those to the side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place the foil inside of the pie sheet. And we're going to evenly, so you guys can see, we're going to evenly distribute the pie weights into the pan. And you want to do this because this is going to help the pie crust not lift up when it's baking in the oven. So I'm going to hold it up to the camera so you guys can see. And those are what the pie weights look like. They're just like little balls that are weighted down. Oops! And you just basically place them inside of your pie crust. Now, if you don't have pie weights, you can use dried beans. And that is just perfect. But I like the pie weights because sometimes the beans start to smell like they're burning a little bit. So I like these are pie weights. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to place this in the oven and let it start to cook. Now what you want to do is just wait, lift the paper up a little bit. You want to let it cook for 15 to 20 minutes or until the crust on the edges are golden brown. So we're going to go ahead and pop this in the oven, and then I'm going to show you guys how to mix up the filling. Okay, see you back here in a second. Alright guys, so I'm back. So we're going to go ahead and get those pecans out of this hot pan. They are toasted. Get them onto the plate. Spread them out so this will stop the cooking process. Go ahead and set those to the side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place the foil inside of the pie sheet. And we're going to evenly, so you guys can see, we're going to evenly distribute the pie weights into the pan. And you want to do this because this is going to help the pie crust not lift up when it's baking in the oven. So I'm going to hold it up to the camera so you guys can see. And those are what the pie weights look like. They're just like little balls that are weighted down. Oops! And you just basically place them inside of your pie crust. Now, if you don't have pie weights, you can use dried beans. And that is just perfect. But I like the pie weights because sometimes the beans start to smell like they're burning a little bit. So I like these are pie weights. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to place this in the oven and let it start to cook. Now what you want to do is just wait, lift the paper up a little bit. You want to let it cook for 15 to 20 minutes or until the crust on the edges are golden brown. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this in the oven, and then I'm going to show you guys how to mix up the filling. Okay, see you back here in a second. Alright guys, so come on, I ain't started yet. Alright guys, so we're back. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to start by adding in the brown sugar and just breaking it up. The butter, the salt, and the vanilla. And I'm just going to make sure I get all that out, and then I'm just going to whisk it all together. Our pie crust is cooking. We have about 10 minutes left on it. So I'm just going to give this a good mix around and get it all together, mixed up all together, all incorporated. Alright, so next we're going to add in the corn syrup. And a little trick is just to take some oil and rub it around in the container you're going to put the corn syrup and the butter in. because that will help you get it out, because it is so sticky. So just put a little bit of oil in there, rub it around, take a paper towel and get all the excess out, and that will help you to stop it from sticking, and it'll come right out of the container that it is in. Next, we're going to add in the honey. And this is what's going to make this tart like so delicious. Yes, the honey. I love fresh honey. I use it in my tea in the morning. I like to use it in when I make brownies, because it makes the brownies really moist. So we're just going to give this a quick mix around. And then I'm going to take a fork and beat my eggs. Set that to the side and just beat my eggs a little bit before I put them into the mixture. Alright. So now we're going to go ahead and add those in. And just get all of the eggs out. Put that to the side. And now we're just going to mix all of this loveliness together. So I love pecans this time of year. I love walnuts. I love almonds. Anything that's got a nut in it, I love it, y'all. Okay, so like when I saw the recipe for this pecan tart, I was like, okay, this is going to be extra delicious. And this is a great holiday recipe, so I got all holidayed up for y'all. So we're just going to keep turning this and mixing it until we get it to a good consistency, so that it's not really sugary. Like you can see, everything is all mixed together. And I'll hold it up so you guys can see what it looks like in the bowl. So we're going to set this to the side. And we're going to just mix this a couple more minutes. Like, well, not a minute, like 30 seconds or so. Just to make sure we got everything in there. If you have any lumps, try to get the lumps out, because this is a tart. It's kind of like a pecan pie, but a little bit more bedazzled. Okay, so now we've got that all mixed up. We're going to take our pecans and we're going to place them in here. You want to make sure the pecans are completely cooled down. Oops, got my paper towel stuck, y'all. And we're going to just pour those in there. Plus one. And then at this point, you just want to fold the pecans in. All right. And that is it, you guys. So I'll see you guys back here in a second. I'm going to get ready to pull the tart out in a few minutes, and we're going to let it cool down just a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in the filling for this pecan tart, okay? Okay. This is going to be really tasty, guys. Like, I'm so excited to be making this. I can't wait to eat this. Oh, I love brown sugar and honey. It's about to go down up in here, y'all. So see you guys back here in a second. Alright guys, so we've gotten our pie crust out of the oven. And basically what I'm going to do is just take the weights out of it. And I'm going to let it cool for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill it with the filling. And this is what it looks like, y'all. It's like bone hot right now, so I'm not going to touch it. But yes, so now we just need to let it cool for a minute. And then I'm going to come back and show you guys how to fill it, and we will be done with the pecan tart. I'm also going to go ahead and get ready to get the chocolate out, y'all, because we're going to use some white chocolate and some milk chocolate on top of this tart, because it's going to be quite tasty. So I'll see you guys back here in a second. If I'm being really silly, you guys, because I'm just in a really good mood, and I'm just happy to be doing another video. See you guys back here in a second. Alright guys, so our crust has, like, you know, cooled down a little bit. So it's a little uneven, but that's fine. I'm just going to push it up on the sides a little bit. That's okay. It's a rustic tart. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and just give the pecans and the mixture a stir. And then we're just going to pour it into the tart pan. Oh, this is so yummy, you guys. Yes. And just make sure the pecans are evenly spread. Okay, I'm going to grab a cookie sheet, because we're going to need to put this on something. So we're going to just pick this up by the sides, because you don't want to pick it up by the bottom, because there is a little tray up under there that will lift out. And we're going to go ahead and place this in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes on 350, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this tart ready to go in the oven. And then we're going to get the chocolate all melted down. Once it's done, we're going to whip that chocolate on there, let it cool, and we're going to have us a tart, baby. Okay, so I'll see you guys back here in a second. Alright guys, so our tart is done. And let me just grab something else, because that thing is extra hot. Ooh, y'all see my remote control, sorry. Whew. This thing is extra hot. Remember, pick it up by the sides. I'm going to let it cool down on that rack. So we're going to let it cool for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to take some chocolate, dark chocolate and white chocolate, and we're going to melt it down, and we're just going to drizzle it all over this pecan tart. And y'all, I'm so excited. This smells so delicious. So as soon as it gets cooled down and we get the chocolate all melted up, then I will be back to show you guys how to finish this off. This is going to be absolutely delicious. I can't wait. See you guys back here in a second. Alright guys, so I think I did not spray the pan enough, but we're going to go ahead and lift it out. Other than that, it turned out really perfect. Which you can see, I did lose some of the edges, but that's okay. We're going to roll with it. Alright, so it's a little rustic looking. I know it's not perfect. It's not pretty. This is real life. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to spread the chocolate on it. So I think one of the mistakes I made is that I didn't spray the pan. And I'm not going to scrap this video because the tart came out perfect other than that. But just make sure that you spray the pan really well when you are doing this video. When you decide to do the recipe. Other than that, it came out absolutely perfect. And now I'm just putting the chocolate on it. And you guys, this is our tart. I'm going to clean it up a little bit, put it on something else so it looks a little bit more presentable, and then we'll cut it and see exactly what it tastes like. So I'll see you guys back here in a second. It looks delicious. It smells delicious. It's a little raggedy around the edges, but it's still edible and it smells absolutely delectable. Okay, see you guys back here in a second. Alright guys, so as you can see, the tart was messed up a little bit on the side, but I wanted to clean it up and make it look pretty. So what I did is basically I just took some of the leftover chocolate and started spreading it around the edges. And it actually looks really nice like that. So I think next time, even if I do the tart and it does come out perfect around the edges, I'm going to still take some chocolate and run it around the side. So basically what I just did, I just took my knife, went into my chocolate, and just started spreading it around the edges. And it actually looks really pretty like that. And it helps to catch those crumbs too. So yeah, you just have to learn how to improvise, you know. Don't get too stressed out when something doesn't go right. I'm a baker by trade, okay? And no recipe is 100%. Nothing is ever going to turn out perfect. Every now and then you get something that you do perfect. When you don't, as long as it's edible and it's tasty and you can make it look pretty, I say fix it. And that is exactly what we're going to do with this tart. We're just going to fix the edges of it and smooth this chocolate out around it. And that's pretty much it. There you go. So I'm going to let the chocolate sit for a little bit. I'm going to clean the cake stand up, and then we're going to cut into this. So the tart is basically done. It looks all pretty. That chocolate around the edges just actually added a little bit of oomph to it. I might chop up with some pecans. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to chop up some pecans and add it to the edges of it. And I'll see you guys back here in a few minutes. Alright guys, so as you can see, I added the chocolate on the side. Now I'm adding the pecans on the side. And to be honest with you, I actually like the way this looks. So I think this is something I'm going to be doing with all of my tarts. Like I was saying, if you make a mistake, if it's an aesthetic mistake, just try to fix it. Sometimes mistakes make great ideas. As you guys can see, this tart looks absolutely beautiful now, with the pecans going around the side with the chocolate of it. And like I said, like my crust just stuck to the pan and I improvised. So that's one thing that I learned being a pastry chef. Sometimes you have to learn how to improvise. Some things are not going to always come out the way you want them to, but don't be discouraged. That is what my channel is about when you're cooking. Don't be afraid to make mistakes in the kitchen. Sometimes mistakes can make beautiful pieces of artwork, and they turn out to be extra pretty and they get a little bit more love. See guys, like this tart was wrecked around the edges. The pie crust was a little damaged. And I'm going to admit, I was like, dang, what did I do? I did everything. But sometimes things happen. But now look at my tart. It's pretty. It's got extra chocolate on it. It's got some pecans going around the edges of it. And it actually looks really pretty. So I'm kind of glad, because now when I do my tarts from now on, especially the pecan tart, because it is chocolate and pecans, I'm going to start to just take the chocolate and the pecans around the edges of it, because I feel like it just gave the cake, I mean not the cake, it just gave the pecan tart like a little bit more aesthetics to it. Like it just looks prettier to me. It looks fancy with the pecans and the chocolate. So if you make a mistake, add a little bit more icing or add some more flowers or add some more chocolate and some pecans. Don't be so caught up in perfection when you're cooking, especially when you're baking. If your cake is lopsided, level it out, add some more icing, take a little piece of the cake, stick it in there and level it off. Don't ever feel like a recipe or item that you're making is lost. As long as all the ingredients are there, it can be fixed. Now this tart turned out perfect. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get cleaned up. We're going to cut a piece. We're going to taste. Alright guys, so we are officially done with our tart. Now we're going to go ahead and slice into this bad baby. It's got a little extra chocolate on it. It's cooled down enough. Y'all should smell this. It smells so delicious. Yo, this is like a pecan pie on steroids. Get all the little chocolate off the edges. Oh my goodness. So guys, this is it. It is done. The pie set perfect. The pie set perfect. Like, you know your pie set perfect when you can cut into it and you can see it's not running, it's not jiggly, it's set perfect, guys. So don't worry about that little outer crust. We made it pretty. Add a little bit more chocolate, a little more pecans. So let's go ahead and give it a taste. Y'all, babe, this is, oh my god, I can't wait. I got chocolate everywhere, y'all. Okay. This is slap your mama good. Get a little piece of that crust, y'all, with the chocolate and pecans on it. This is slap your mama good. But don't slap your mama, because I'm not trying to bury you. Put, you know, no, don't do it. Yo. I'm having fat girl love moments right now. I'm in love. Alright guys, so we're done with the pecan chocolate tart. It was so much fun making this video. Even though we had a little hiccup, everything turned out perfectly. Even dressed the pie up a little bit more, got a little bit more decoration, a little bit more pizzazz to cover up the little imperfections. If you don't want to add the chocolate and the pecans onto the side and your tart comes out perfect, fine. If you want to add it on there, do it, baby. It just made the tart look so much prettier. It got a little extra love, a little pizzazz, a little extra like me, you know what I'm saying? But I really enjoyed making this pie. Remember, the holidays are here. Love each other, be kind to people, spend as much time with your family members as possible. Remember, food is love. I love you guys here at Baby Girls Cafe. Can't wait to see you guys back here in a couple of days. So, remember to keep fire first and just enjoy the holidays. I love you guys and see you back here in a couple of days. Smooches!
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the